Hey everyone, today we are talking about why you do not know it's done. And always what I do is give you the solutions. Stay tuned, you don't want to miss this. Hey everyone, my name is Kim Velez. I am a conscious life and success coach, former trauma therapist, and I literally get to do what I love every day, which is share with everyone on the face of the planet that needs this information to step into their goddess self, their powerful self, and manifest money, love, confidence, radiance, and anything and everything that they want. So if that sounds good to you, please like, share, and subscribe. You know the YouTube drill, baby. All right, so we're going to talk about this because so many of you do not know it's done. And you'll tell yourself, yeah, I know it's done. I know it's done. You'll post in the comments, it's done. It's done. It's already mine. It's already done. But you don't know it's done. And I'm going to tell you why you don't know it's done and then give you, like I said, the solutions to work on until you actually know that it's done. So having information is different than transformation. I don't do information. I do transformation. Transformation is how you get to the root of everything. Transformation is how you get the self-concept. You get grounded and solidified in your goddess energy and you become that version of you. And then you know everything is done. So here's 3 ways that you don't know it's done. And if any of them sound familiar to you or all of them you're still doing and practicing, that's okay. Like I said, I'm going to give you the answers to them as well and how to work on it and shift it in your favor because it's all about the favor, baby, right? So first and foremost, you don't know it's done when you are allowing your circumstances to control you, whether they're favorable circumstances or not so favorable circumstances. And this is very common. Don't beat yourself up if you're like resonating with these because I went through it. Every human being goes through it. Anyone who had negative self-concepts and belief systems that they're overhauling and transforming and they learn law of assumption, they go through this process, especially with manifesting a specific person, especially when they've had patterns in their adult life where they did not get what they want and loved. And it's undoing all of that programming and learned behavior and learned self-concepts. And so everyone goes through this. So when you're allowing circumstances to control you, even if they're good, it means you're still giving up your power to outside of you. So this happens all the time. I've had so many clients when they first get on this law of assumption train, or even if they've been on it for a while and they just haven't been shown the right way, or they didn't understand it, or they just weren't ready to receive it, whatever, who knows, right? But they'll come and they'll say, you know what? I'm doing so amazing because they're getting what they want in the 3D. They see the SP, affirming back an affirmation that they were saying. They have the SP mirroring back to them, a behavior that they wanted to happen. They are feeling better about themselves because that day they're in a really goddess state of being, right? And they're feeling themselves definitely, right? Maybe they got more money flowing in, whatever it is, right? The circumstances were pleasing. Now, there is nothing wrong with acknowledging favorable circumstances. In fact, I'm going to talk to you about how to actually do that. Well, maybe I'll do it now in a minute. That's okay. But usually what happens is you stay on the roller coaster. And the roller coaster is, look, I'm getting what I want. So now I feel amazing. Now I know it's done. Now I know that everything's working out in my favor. And then the second you don't get the text right back, or something shows up in your 3D reality that isn't exactly what you wanted, or it didn't unfold the way you thought it should, the way you'd been affirming, trying to control how it unfolds, then you sit there and then your mood goes poop right back into the shitter, right? So you're on this constant roller coaster. So if you're someone who one day you're amazing and incredible because you're getting what you want, you're seeing evidence in your reality, that's controlling you, babe. You're still looking outside of you for validation and confirmation. You're still needing something or someone outside of you to reflect something back to you in order for you to know that it's inevitable, in order for you to know that it's done, in order for you to know that things are working out in your favor, et cetera, et cetera. So what we want to do instead, right, is All of this work is about breaking the dependency pattern of things outside of you, letting things outside control you and decide who you are and what you get to have. So I would start really paying attention first and foremost if you're someone who's on that roller coaster, and really look at how often you're seeking validation, even when it's good stuff, and change the meanings you're attaching to the circumstances that are not what you want, because that's what you're allowing to happen. It's triggering you. It's controlling you. You have to start affirming even when you don't believe it. When the circumstances are not favorable, or they're just not even really you're not it's not visible to you yet that the movement is underway, even though the movement's always underway, but you're not privy to it with your five senses. Then you want to start affirming, I don't know how it's going to happen, but somehow, some way, this is going to turn around in my favor, right? Something like that. So whenever you find yourself being triggered, not getting what you want, and instead of allowing it to control you, you're going to take your power back, and you're going to start saying, you know what? I don't care what just showed up. I know that's with my old thoughts. I'm still worthy and deserving of what I want, and somehow, some way, I'm going to get what I want, right? So that's how you break the pattern. It takes constant repetition. It takes self-awareness. First step is always awareness, to notice that you're doing it, and then to do the inner work when you're doing it, to think and focus elsewhere in a desire that you want. I always ask myself this, and I tell all my clients this that I work with, is whenever I catch myself noticing something, focusing on something, observing, however you want to say it, that is not what I want to manifest, right? I ask the question, do you want to manifest this, Kim? And if the answer is a fuck no, then guess what? I change my thinking. It's really that simple. So start asking yourself, do I want to manifest what I'm thinking right now? And if the answer is no, then change it, baby, and keep changing it until you start thinking differently. All right. The second way that you do not know it's done is you still feel unworthy, right? When we feel unworthy, we don't know that something is ours. We don't know that it's inevitable. We still need outside validation. We still need that reassurance, because without the reassurance, without the validation, we don't know it's done, because we don't know we're worthy. When you know you're worthy of something, you don't question if it is yours or not. You understand when you're worthy, it's a knowing in you. It's an automatic way that you are, where you're like, oh yeah, of course this is mine. You get excited because you're like, whoa, I just made a decision for myself, a conscious choice that I want this. I want this kind of relationship. I want this person to come back and give me, the world and the moon, right? I want this kind of money in my bank account. I want this kind of lifestyle. I want this house, whatever it is, all of it. It's all the same work. It's understanding that when you know you're worthy of that, then you know it's yours. You put your order in, you know it's on the way. You don't care when it's going to come, because you know it's yours, because you're worthy of this life. You're worthy of the relationship. You're worthy of the vision that you say and claim that you want for yourself. So if you don't know it's done and this is resonating with you, work on your self-concept. What's been my mantra for years? When in doubt, self-concept it the fuck out. Because so many of you are doing the wrong thing, and you're listening to the wrong people that are telling you to constantly affirm for outside of you. And you get movement, and then it goes back to shit. And you've been in this cycle for some of you years still, because you're still listening to the wrong people, and you're still in that codependent mindset where you're putting the SP is still on a pedestal, because you're still trying to affirm and control their behavior, rather than look at you and say, whoa, I don't feel great about myself. I still feel really insecure. I don't know my worth and value, which is why I'm constantly obsessing over someone else. And you're not even obsessing over yourself. So you're still this you that had the low self-concept, because you're not doing anything different, except now you're affirming better circumstances for yourself, but the circumstances don't stick and solidify, because you are not a version that can sustain it. So the work is you. So when in doubt, self-concept it the fuck out. When you don't know you're worthy, you do not know it's inevitable. You will not persist long enough to actually get what you want, because you will allow the 3D to constantly control you and sway you, because you don't know how amazing and incredible you are. You are not walking around in your goddess status, babe. You are not understanding how powerful you are. Okay, so that's going to segue me into tip three. I was going to say step three. Tip three, right, is I just kind of gave it away there. You forgot how powerful you are. So many people forget this, right? They keep falling back asleep. They keep forgetting, wow, my thoughts create my reality. Wow, all I have to do is keep changing my assumptions and affirmations and thoughts onto change them into a story that I actually want, a version of me, thoughts and beliefs that I actually want to believe, stories and realities that I actually want to manifest and experience. And when you understand that that's why you're doing it, and you keep reminding yourself you're doing it so that you change your future reality. You're not doing it to get the thing right now, because if you're doing it to get the thing right now, this second, that means you are the version of you that does not have the thing. Therefore, you don't know it's done. Therefore, it's not inevitable for you, right? So you're doing this because you understand I have to change my beliefs about me in relation to what I want. And then I'm going to change my beliefs about what I believe I get to have. And I'm going to keep reaffirming this until I believe and know something different. You have to remind yourself that you're powerful. This is what you're doing. You're investing in your future reality. Every moment, whatever we're thinking is creating our future. So if you're sitting here in the moment, you're thinking about the shitty text you got yesterday, or how long it's been since you've heard from SP, or, your shitty boss at work and how your bank account's still negative 5 cents, or whatever the shitty negative circumstances are, right? And that's what you're pulling up, and that's what you're focusing on, and that's what you're dwelling in. Well, you're creating more of that to show up in your future. So the goal is right now is to be self-aware and change my thinking and engage in techniques and coaching or whatever it is that you want in order to support me moving forward, because these concepts, it is not enough to understand them intellectually. Information is not transformation, baby. I do transformation. Transformation is how everything changed for me. Transformation is how everything changes for my clients. Nobody's getting what they want stuck, solidified, concrete, and expanding even better and better without the transformation. So you have to remember your power. Your thoughts create your reality. Whether you believe in divine source, God, universe, whatever it is, it's bestowed upon us the ability to create our own reality. So all we have to do is get out of our own way, remember our power, know our worth and value in relation to what it is that we desire, focus on creating the reality of your dreams, not allowing outside to validate your worth and dictate and control what you get to have, and you'll be golden, baby. That's really the three things to work on the most, so that you know what you want is inevitable. And when you know what you want is inevitable, then you know it's yours, you know it's done, and you know it's already done. So if you like this video, you know what to do. I have amazing freebies down there that will lay down the foundations and get you moving right along. We have the money one, manifest money the goddess way. We have unleash your inner love goddess for manifesting the relationship of your dreams, whether it's someone new or SP. We also have an amazing freebie that is really about tapping into cultivating confidence and radiating like a goddess and that inner peace. So all of those are below. They're amazing. They're filled with activations, meditations, breath work, all kinds of stuff. And if you want to dive in deeper, maybe you've already done them and you're getting it because it isn't enough just to read a book to get the transformation. It's the foundation, right? It's the start. It's a beginning. It's a step, but it's not all the steps. If you want to dive in deeper, then I invite you to come in and work with us and fucking transform, baby. Transform with us. It's less than $10 a day. Fuck takeout, fuck a Starbucks coffee. You are more important than that crap. And that crap, if you replaced it daily, it's not, that stuff isn't going to transform you. It isn't going to manifest your dream life, right? So I think if you have to choose which one you could have, right? I say get rid of the stupid takeout and the stupid Starbucks and go for what's going to give you infinite returns and rewards. But you can always manifest, obviously, having all three, right? You can have your takeout, you can have the Starbucks, and you can invest in you. So whatever you want to do for you. All right, babes, I love you so much. Do not forget your power. Do not forget you're worthy. And do not forget that you are a fucking goddess. So unleash her. Stop keeping her caged. All right, I'll see you soon. Bye.